6 interesting facts about the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, you never knew. Did you know the Central Bank of Nigeria actually keeps Nigeria's gold and dollar reserves in secret locations across the world? Crazy, right? But that's just a tiny part of how powerful and mysterious the CBN really is. Today, we're diving into 6 surprising, little-known facts about the Central Bank of Nigeria, the money machine that silently controls the heartbeat of our economy. Stick around till the end, because fact number 6 will make you look at every Naira note in your wallet differently. Now, when people hear CBN, most think, oh, they just print money. But the truth is the central bank does a lot more than that. In this video, you'll learn what the CBN actually does behind the scenes, why it affects your daily life, and some fun, unbelievable facts you can share with friends. So, if you've ever wondered who really controls the money in Nigeria, this is your video. Ready? Let's jump in. Fact 1. The CBN doesn't just print money, it controls its flow. Most people think CBN equals printing machine. But here's the truth. The CBN doesn't print to make people rich. It prints to keep the country stable. Think of it like this. Imagine you're pouring water into a cup. If you pour too much, it spills. That's inflation. If you pour too little, the cup stays half empty. That's a weak economy. The CBN's job is to keep that balance, making sure just the right amount of water flows in the economy. Have you ever noticed how prices of goods suddenly rise even when your salary does? That's inflation, and the CBN is the firefighter trying to control that fire. Fact 2. The CBN is older than Nigeria's independence. Here's something wild. The CBN was established in 1958, 2 years before Nigeria even became independent. So, technically, Nigeria had a central bank before it became its own country. Why? Because back then, Nigeria needed a strong financial backbone to manage its money, even under colonial rule. Quick analogy. Think of the CBN as Nigeria's financial parent. It makes sure other banks, the kids, behave properly, don't fight, and always do their homework, which is protecting your deposits. Comment below. Do you think the CBN is doing a good job parenting Nigeria's economy today? Fact 3. The CBN does store all its money in Nigeria. Yes, you heard that right. Not all of Nigeria's reserves are sitting in Abuja or Lagos. A good portion of it is held in foreign banks like in London, New York, and even Switzerland. Why? To protect it and make it easier to trade internationally. It's like keeping some of your savings in a different bank, just in case something happens to your local one. If you had billions of dollars, would you keep it all in one bank? Exactly. That's why the CBN spreads it out. Fact 4. The CBN actually redesigns Naira notes regularly. Remember when the colors of the Naira changed suddenly? That wasn't a one-time thing. The CBN does it occasionally, partly to fight counterfeiting and sometimes to recall money hidden outside banks. In 2022, when new Naira notes were introduced, Nigerians across the country queued up for hours. Some people even found forgotten bundles of old notes under their beds. It wasn't just about color, it was about control. The CBN wanted to bring more money back into the banking system. Fact 5. The CBN controls how much dollars you can get. Ever tried to buy dollars and your bank said, "Sorry, limit reached"? That's because the CBN controls foreign exchange policy, meaning how much foreign currency can enter or leave the country. Think of it like your parents giving you pocket money for the week. They don't want you to spend everything at once, so they set a limit. That's what the CBN does with dollars, to stop the Naira from losing value too fast. When oil prices drop or the Naira weakens, the CBN restricts dollar supply to reduce pressure. It's a tough job, balancing what Nigerians want and what the economy can handle. Be honest, how many times have you complained about no dollars in the bank? Drop your story in the comments. Fact 5. The CBN governor has huge power, sometimes too much. Here's the most fascinating part. The CBN governor is one of the most powerful people in Nigeria, second only to the president in some ways. Why? Because they decide things that affect every single Nigerian: interest rates, naira value, and even how much money the government can borrow. The CBN governor's decisions can change the cost of food, rent, and business loans, even if you've never heard their name. So next time you hear monetary policy meeting, remember, those are the people deciding how far your salary can stretch. Bonus fact: the CBN has a secret economic school. Yes, the CBN runs its own training school called the CBN College of Banking and Finance. That's where future bankers and economists are trained in how the system works. So, if you've ever dreamed of working close to the money engine of Nigeria, that's where it starts. Tip: you don't have to work for the CBN to think like them. Start by learning basic personal finance, save, invest wisely, and always stay informed. So there you have it, 6 fascinating facts that prove the Central Bank of Nigeria isn't just a money printer. It's the invisible hand, guiding everything from the bread you buy to the rent you pay. Honestly, if printing money was as easy as people think, I'd have a machine in my living room by now. But no, all I can print are receipts. If you enjoyed learning something new today, don't just stop here. Hit that like button, subscribe for more money stories, and turn on notifications so you don't miss when we drop another finance breakdown. This is CASHAM. The more you understand how money works, the less money controls you.